Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of what does the unfinished Scarab truly look like on the map assembly in Halo 3? And we're also going to tackle the question of where does it go? So, just as a refresher, some of you may not have noticed this, but on the map assembly, which is one of the later DLC maps of Halo 3, the whole map is basically a Scarab construction facility. And if you ever looked up top of the map, overhead, you could see that, once in a while, this unfinished Scarab comes out of that one side. It stops here in the middle briefly, gets zapped a little bit, and then after that, it moves along the assembly line, hence why the map's called Assembly, and it goes inside the purple thing there and just disappears, or so it seems. So, what does that unfinished Scarab actually look like? Because that's actually something I never really had the chance to really look into for the longest time. I can never get the pan cam glitch to work on this map to get the camera all the way out here to see the Scarab. But I simply removed the barriers on this map so that we could fly out here in theater mode without using pan cam, and we could see what the Scarab truly looks like. And as you can see here, this is what the unfinished Scarab actually looks like, the rest of it. Usually, in normal gameplay, you only get to see the bottom of it, which from far away, it looks fine, it's unfinished. But from this angle, from the top, well, it's not just unfinished, there's a lot of holes in it. It's literally a lot of it's not visible from the top, which is a little surprising because historically, Bungie has always actually put really good attention to detail in a lot of stuff that they keep out of players' views. Like if you remember in the ODST Prepare Drop cutscene, the little frigate that joins the Covenant cruiser when jumping into slipspace, if you actually flew up to it, it actually says in amber clad on it, even though no one ever noticed. And they could have gone away with putting anything on that frigate. And I remember in previous videos there were a lot of other cases where Bungie put a lot of attention of detail into stuff that nobody would ever be able to see without modding. But in this case, the top portion of the Scarab is, well, there's really nothing up there in a lot of places. Only from the bottom does it look more solid, but from the top, there's a lot of stuff missing. And you probably noticed by now, but the texture on the Scarab itself is literally just the floor texture of the Scarab's interior. But it's just reused all over the Scarab, and it's wrapped all around the Scarab, the exact same texture, and that's why it's glitched at certain parts and looks totally messed up in certain places. Now from the bottom, it looks, okay, it looks acceptable for an unfinished Scarab. It could just look like the Scarab without its paint job. But from the top and from certain sides that you don't normally see, you could tell that it's just a reused texture, and there wasn't any unique work done to the top portion of the Scarab for the most part. So that's what the Scarab truly looks like, the unfinished Scarab from the top. You can see it's, it's pretty much an incomplete model from the top, but from the bottom it's, it's good enough for players from the ground to see and look complete enough. Now as for where the Scarab goes when it goes inside these things here, as you saw there, the Scarab went inside and then it just disappeared. And if we come back over here to the side it originally came out from, then you can see it's back. Now I'm gonna rewind the clip a little bit here in theater mode, and before it spawns here again, this is right when it went inside the purple side. I'm gonna let it play. So when it despawns on that side, it spawns over here. Now, I don't know if it's deleting that Scarab and spawning a brand new one here, or if it's just literally teleporting the Scarab to here, but either way, that's basically what happens where the Scarab goes. It goes inside, it gets teleported or spawned back here, and the cycle continues. And that's pretty much what happens. It doesn't get stacked up inside, it doesn't go anywhere else, it just despawns and respawns. But yeah, so there you guys have it. I know it was a shorter video for today, but hopefully you guys did find it interesting nonetheless. You did get to finally see what the rest of that unfinished Scarab truly looks like, as well as where it goes. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, as always. And then if there's anything else for me to check out or look into, just feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm doing my best to look into it when I get a chance. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.